It's Rage Whale Roundup. It's time for the entertainment news, reviews, and recommendations.
Welcome, guys. It's the 1st of January 2026. Just me and Drew today, giving you a quick, brief roundup. But I will just remind you, if you're listening to this and you haven't listened to this week's episode, which was out on Monday, the 29th, go back and listen. It's me, Drew, with our New Jersey American correspondent, Peter, discussing our favorite films and some of the worst films of 2025. Next week, we have a really, really special guest for you as well, who is in Kerrang Radio, loves horror, all that sort of stuff as well. She's incredible. Her name's Amelia. And the week after, we're going to be talking about the things we're looking forward to most this year. So we've got some really good episodes just gone and about to come out, and with loads of really good guests as well. But as it's the 1st of January, we might as well just talk about what we've seen in the last, over the sort of Christmas period. And I think the big one, controversially a little bit, is Avatar: Fire and Ash.
Ooh. When you were saying January the 1st, I was just thinking, when we were kids, we used to say a pinch and a punch for the first day of the month and no return.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That's an old school thing, man. But we'd all have like a pinch and a bruise on our arm from idiots that would say that. And then, just
I wonder if that's British as well, or if other people did stupid stuff like that. That wasn't just New Year's Day, wasn't it?
If this is ever a clip on Instagram, please comment below if you did the pinch and a punch for the first day of the month and no return, or if you had something cooler. Who knows? But yeah, man. So hang on. So with Fire and Ash, I have a confession to make, because this is going to upset you, but I thought I'd just keep it in because it might be quite controversial and fun.
Did you fall asleep?
No, worse than that. I kind of did a Beetlejuice version of this.
Oh, you've not seen any of the other films?
No.
Where have you been?
So I know that Avatar was one of the most successful
16 years, mate,
ever made. But I got the basis. I got the basis of it. Avatar is something that you create. It's like when you're in a computer game, you create an avatar. It's like Fortnite. You create an avatar for who you are, like a skin.
No, not quite. It's not a fake world. It's a real world.
No. I know it's a real world, because obviously the two characters that are now voicing, like Sam Worthington and the other guy who's fucking amazing from Don't Breathe. Can't remember his name.
Obscure film to bring up, but yeah. Oh, the older guy, you mean? Yeah.
The older guy with the grey hair.
Saldana. I'd say that was the second.
But he is amazing in Don't Breathe. Like that's the actor in it.
The corporal.
And I thought his performance was phenomenal. That's why that just came to mind. But the point that when they're saying, what I thought was clever, and the reason why I partly wanted to go in blind and not watch the other ones, is because to this thing that James Cameron says, he says, if a story is told well enough, you should be able to meet characters at any point. And I completely think he's done a brilliant job, that I got a sense of who the people were, where they're coming from, what had happened.
Okay, the big criticism of this film is that it is basically the previous film repeated. Because it's a similar plot. But the reason why I'm shocked by that, you could miss Avatar #1, because that is a standalone movie where Sam Worthington is
he's in a wheelchair and
later on become. But Way of Water and Fire of Ash is the one film. It's one film split in two. It's like you went to see Kill Bill Part 2. It's not a sequel. You saw the second half of one film.
Oh,
so you've not seen a prequel. You've just not seen half of a film. It's like
I just had one piece of a Twix, and the other Twix is still left in the.
Basically, because the story from 1 to 2 is, by 2 I meaning these 2 films, is significantly different and a whole different plot.
So they're interconnected. It's kind of like when you watch Casino Royale and Quantum of Solace. You're supposed to watch them back to back, and then that film actually makes sense. Because if you watch them,
it's shite.
Well, yeah, but if you watch it independently, it feels that way. But if you watch them together, it's actually really cool. But I thought the film was. I had to get my head around it at first, because it felt, and the way it was shot. Have you ever heard of laser? It's like the version I was watching is called Laser, which I guess is just the way that they capture the footage because you've got 3D or you've got laser. And I was like, what the hell is laser? And it felt like I was in a computer game until my eyes adjusted.
Okay. Yeah, it sometimes takes a minute before I watched it in IMAX 3D, so I was in it.
Oh, yeah, fully
When the
immersive.
corporals were messing around with that 3D imaging thing, the lasers came
Yeah,
all
and they
the way
walk
up to my
through it.
chest. I could
You know,
look
when they
down.
disappear and they walk through and go, we'll see you later.
Yeah, but that's what I felt like
Yeah.
seeing in the cinema. It came up to me, came up below my eye line. I was in the room with them.
And those battle sequences in IMAX would be like,
oh, it was so loud. It was intense, and that's the thing. Like, again, I saw someone put a clip about this, and I loved it because someone said that Avatar is Fire and Ash is the same plot as Way of Water, and it hasn't really moved on. It's the same ending, same battle sequence in the same place in the water with the things, and it's like, why is Avatar being criticized? So it's like when we see Paul Thomas Anderson film, like one battle after another, everyone's giving it 5 stars, and we go in going, well, I want to give it 4 because, like we said before, you over critique someone that's that amazing. So Avatar, everyone's over critiquing it because it's one of the most expensive, biggest budget films ever. So, but no one critiques Star Wars or Terminator or any fucking franchise film. Harry Potter, it's the same. Everyone, no matter what happens in the film, the end battle is always against Voldemort, or the end battle is always against whoever. And it's we watch 7 versions of these films and don't complain once because we want to see that battle again. And Avatar has a battle against the locals and the army, or whatever you want to call them, twice. Well, look, but it's amazing. It's so different.
Something I wrote in my notes, though, because I actually think it goes deeper than that. So if I can just read some of my notes in hopefully not a boring way, but I said the visuals and world are spectacular, like great script, great dialogue, great characters.
Perfect.
I said it's such an impressive movie that goes so much deeper into the pain and destruction humans create for the planet, getting in touch with being like nature and how healing it can be, like as a metaphor, but also literally. So like the idea that when people are depressed and stuff, we say go out into nature and things like that. One of the characters uses a little tentacle ponytail and taps into the roots of nature, which reminded me a little bit of like The Last of Us with the like the virus thing. Anyway, but it was a beautiful version of that because she's tapping into nature, and it's kind of it helps them to overcome certain things. Or for example, the young lad that has to breathe through the mask, he's running out of oxygen, and you could tell that that's going to be a problem at some point. And she literally goes with her instinct. She sees this kind of floating jellyfish, and she's like, no, there's something about this. We can save him here. And he's like, we're going to run out of time. And like the clock is ticking, and it's fucking intense, man.
Yeah, that's Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah. And then she puts her thing into the ground, and it almost mummifies in the roots.
Yeah, these films are not subtle. They're about ecological disaster and humans basically destroying the earth.
And the greed of the military and how they want to take over and do things. Because, like, mate, when those crazy like whales with 4 eyeballs come up, and you saw one of them had been harpooned to fucking like look like a like pinhead, and you're like, that just shows the brutality of what we do to creatures in the sea and all of the stuff.
Life,
really, it gives you such a powerful reflection of how damaging our species can be.
That scene when they were chatting to the whales and it was vibrating the water, Jesus, that was so loud and visceral. That was incredible.
Yeah, but yeah, like
the whole film from beginning to end is a visual masterpiece, and it is a roller coaster ride. And I think no one can join a conversation about Avatar unless they've seen it in the cinema. Full stop. Because seeing it on the TV in the house is not the same. And I wouldn't say that's the same for all films, but this is about, like, James Cameron even wrote to all the cinemas saying you must have these settings on your cinema before playing the film, whether it's in 2D, 3D, IMAX, normal. You must have these specific sound settings and visual settings before you press play to maximize the experience. And I'm not even big into Avatar. I was saying to mate Ryan, who I went with, is like, I've seen the last one with him, and he's really into that. I don't really care much. It's like I don't know. You know, when you say someone likes Avatar, you think, oh, a bit geeky or a bit sci-fi or whatever. So I don't really care that much, but I know I enjoy it when I go to it. And I came out of it going, who the fuck is criticizing this? This is unreal perfection.
Yeah. And how you can have all those different groups of characters continue all their different arcs simultaneously while you've got all of those conflicts going on as well.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful and really powerful. My God, like some of the stuff they were talking in one of the interviews that when he, when he drinks does he drink the tea and he's under the influence because the fire lady.
Oh, yeah. She makes
Played by Orna Chaplin, I think, from Game of Thrones, who's actually Charlie Chaplin's niece.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I have heard something about that. Yeah,
yeah, Una Chaplin or something. But I think she plays the fire goddess lady, and her character is amazing. Like such a fascinating character. She's biting the bullets and she's talking about bang bang thunder, make thunder, and it's like all of this kind of, and it got me thinking about warlords and how they get fascinated by the idea of all of the different technologies that we create, weapons, and how destructive things can be. And they're like, oh, if I had that, and they get possessed by power. And it's like, it's mind blowing, man.
No, it is quality. So we definitely advise that. I guess should we move on unless you got anything particular you want to say?
I did want to say a couple of things that were quite funny, potentially. It's got one half of Flight of the Conchords, which I thought was brilliant.
Oh, yes.
And I was really hoping and praying to God that he was about to say, it's business time. Or something like that. I just thought it would have just been such a cool
I love seeing him, and I'm glad he was a good guy.
Yeah, he was great, man. Well, he's one of the catalysts for the when
gets him out.
Jake's character gets captured. That bit's well intense, man. There's just so much happening visually.
Well, there's loads of side quests, isn't there? But all the characters are interesting enough that you don't mind going on that journey, and then coming back to a different journey, and it all leads to the same place. But there's not 30 seconds that are boring or you could cut out of that. It's all propelling something else.
That is a really good point. And again, it's kind of testament to how amazing James Cameron is from a kind of character and story point of view, how he divides different groups of people, but everyone's journey is kind of epic and fraught with danger, and they've got to overcome so many different obstacles and hurdles.
He said people tried to crop the film down, and he ended up making it basically 7 hours and splitting it into 2 films because he was like, no, the characters are so important that I am not going to trim it just for some explosions, make it a bang bang film. I'm making this about the characters. Yes, there's explosions, there's fighting, but if you don't like the characters, you're not on board of it, you're not on emotional journey. He goes, I make emotion in all my films.
Yeah.
And you go, and you start going, do you? And then he goes, all right. And he's talking to someone saying like, what's the least emotional thinking film you might have had? Like just a shoot 'em up film. Like, there you go, Terminator 2. Well,
I made you cry with the thumb.
I made him die. I made you love the Terminator. I made you fall in love with Arnold Schwarzenegger because he was protecting the boy. And I didn't have to do that. I could have just made him the machine that protects him. But I put an emotional arc in there because I wanted people to feel and get attached. 100%. And it worked. That's why it's better than the original.
But that's also why we go to the cinema. Well, it's the same with Aliens. Again, he could have made that a bang bang film. He made you fall in love with Ripley and Newt, the mother-daughter relationship. She's missing a parent. She becomes the parent. Sigourney Weaver potentially wants a child in her life, but never had the opportunity because of the kind of role she has. And then she has to save the girl, and she'll go to any lengths to do so. So, yeah.
Exactly. Well, today's been a bit heavy on the Avatar rather than the roundup, but... the other things, like in the news this week, I mean, there might be more stuff. The biggest one that I saw, there's a few little trailers of some films coming out, but the biggest one is Disclosure Day.
Oh, yeah, Steven Spielberg.
Yeah. So you got Josh O'Connell and Emily Blunt, and the trailer gave us enough tension without ruining the plot completely or
Yeah,
anything. It looks like it's going to be
it
edgy
feels
and
very War of
scary.
the Worlds meets
Yeah,
kind of the what the
not
hell,
Close Encounters.
Minority Report a little bit, but no, War of the Worlds and Independence Day kind of thing, but like Steven Spielberg's take on it.
Yeah, I don't want to know too much. I want to go in as blind as possible. I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
sold on it. I don't need to see anything else. Steven Spielberg's back, and he loves the Alien films. So yeah, we're going to get an Alien film, but it's going to be deeper and governmental. And are they already here and stopping them speak, or is the aliens? Is she an alien, or is an alien stopping her speak, or is the government stopping her speak so they don't tell us
yeah.
about it?
But it
What
feels
is
a bit
going on?
freedom of speech. It's quite politically charged in the sense of where we are in the world right now as well. Like, what are we able to say? What are we allowed to
Are
say?
you reading into that, or is that what the message is
Yeah,
trying to
yeah,
portray?
yeah. That's what I mean. The idea of someone taking over somebody's
Voice.
word. Yeah. Which the only silly thing was that reminded me of one of the South Park episodes of one of the one of the characters. I can't remember what the character was called now, but that
Cool.
yeah,
Brilliant.
just
Fish
fun.
sticks.
Yeah, it might have been.
And also, just to mention a couple of things that are on streaming at the moment for people that don't go to the cinema that much, but I watched the two big, there's two films that come out in streaming the last couple of weeks that have got a bit of traction. One's Jay Kelly with Adam
Oh
Sandler
yeah, and
and
George Clooney.
George
Yeah,
Clooney.
I really
And
want to see that.
I wasn't excited about it, but I've
Okay.
heard so many good things. I thought, and I've seen them on the junkets. Them two hanging out is fun
Yeah,
as fuck because they're good friends and they're
they're
piss
tight, man. I didn't
takers.
realize how close those two were actually.
Yeah, Clooney's hilarious, and obviously Adam Sandler is. And so I thought I put it on last night. And I thought I'd do it. I put it on while I was just doing other things, so it was kind of background, but I was watching. And I'd say the last 40 minutes, I had my phone in my hand while I was doing stuff. I was actually doing Ragewell stuff, and
Okay,
I
fair.
did not look at my phone for the last 40 minutes. I was great. It was like, oh my god, like it's beautiful. Actually, it's actually beautiful. It's funny, and because it's quite whimsical, not right. It's quite low key, but then it builds up and builds up, and then there's like a bit more tension towards the end, and it is a great film. I'm surprised I liked it as much as I did, to be honest.
That's awesome, man. No, I really want to see it. I'm a big fan of George Clooney. I love the kind of films he
But you love
makes. Or is
it's
associated.
relaxing. It's not over the top. It's not
Yeah,
overwhelming. It's just it's a pleasant, meandering film about
nice.
friendship,
Yeah,
and something goes wrong, and then it escalates, and it goes wrong again, and then he tries to correct it, and then you see him becoming a better person.
yeah. I love films like that where a character has the ability to change. They start off one way,
Yeah,
and
he's not a
yeah,
bad person. He's just got lots of regrets, and he wasn't there for his family. That affects him in his older life, where he hasn't got as strong a connection as he thought he did.
mm,
His kids don't feel the same way, so he's trying to get it back a little bit,
yeah. Almost
basically.
like a redemption story in a way, isn't it? Like
Yeah,
being a bit oblivious to the great things you have in life, taking them for granted. Then when something happens, you're like, oh my god, I really
yeah.
need to
It's like everyone's life. You try
count
your
your
hardest to
blessings.
do the best, and sometimes that means you have to work to get the money to do the things, and then you're like, oh, I shouldn't have worked so hard. I should have
Yeah,
whatever traveled or hung out with my family more or whatever.
yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's a really poignant film. And the other one, Wake Up Dead Man. Have you seen that
Wake
one?
up. Yeah, I have, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I've got a feeling we're going to have different opinions. What's your thoughts?
I don't know what
That
it
was
is
a
about.
loaded
I
question
don't know
to
what
me.
it is about Daniel Craig though. I feel as the episodes, as the films go on, he gets more and more like he's in a pantomime. Like his character is so animated that he feels like he's in a completely different movie to everyone else. I thought Josh O'Connor is phenomenal in it.
100% agree.
I think, oh my god, that's going to really annoy me now. The fucking Glenn, what's her name?
Why have I gone funny?
I thought, what's her name? Fuck's sake. You know the
Yes, we
the
all know
famous
who you mean. Everyone knows who you mean. Glenn Close.
Glenn Close. Thank you very much. Thank
Couldn't
you.
get Glenn Powell out of my head, which is
I was
obviously
like
wrong.
hanging there, like just somebody just like help me, and you're like
Yeah, I did
close.
put
I
up.
was like,
It's
he
got
is
Glenn
close.
Close. You got
Glenn
Josh
Close.
Brolin, Jeremy Renner,
Yeah.
Mila Kunis, Kerry Washington,
Yeah.
Andrew Scott, Daryl McCormack, Kaylee Spenny, Thomas Hayden Church, Jeffrey
every
Wright.
Single,
oh my God, what a list.
Every single person, the way that it's written, the characters are fascinating and everyone does a phenomenal job of what they're given. I think some characters are criminally underused. Like they work for what they are, and it's very hard to maintain.
Mila Kunis didn't do anything. What was she put like?
She was the police officer, wasn't she? It was like,
But I know she's had hot water in press in her real life recently, but I quite like Mila Kunis, and she's hilarious and she can give good performances. But I thought this film was boring. It was pointless. It's like when I said I did that murder mystery evening, pointless, because it insinuates anything's possible until the last minute, then it pulls the rug, and that's not interesting. Because it was that closed door murder theory that's impossible, and it was finding out how to do it. It could be anyone at any time, and the progression of it was too much. And plus, Benoit Blanc didn't arrive until like 45 minutes into the show. It's his show, and Daniel Craig's not even in it very much.
That's what I thought was really strange about it. And when he did turn up,
Josh O'Connor, brilliant. I thought his performance was great. Josh Brolin's performance was great.
Yeah, the two Joshes.
Kaylee Spenny, she's criminally underused.
Yeah.
She's an incredible actor, and she didn't
do
anything.
Andrew Scott's got like a few scenes in it. And what about the bloke from Bloody Sideways? Like he's in like 2 scenes.
Thomas Hayden Church. He's cool as anything.
The thing I don't like about these films at the moment is you get all these big actors and you give them like just sprinkle a few crumbs for them to do something. Same with Jeremy Renner. But it's like, for me, if you're going to do something like that, send the lift back down, give an unknown actor a chance to play a small role in a well-known film.
Yeah, put a
and
couple
just
in
use there. just throw in some kind of up and coming.
I'd argue Daryl McCormack is quite not unknown, but on the lower down on the pecking order. He was in like Bad Sisters on Apple. He's Irish.
Yeah.
Black
No,
guy.
I know the guy. He was also he plays a big part in that film with Emma Thomas, and I can't remember what it's called now, but something.
I never saw that. It's not for me.
But yeah, he's and to be fair, they gave him more to do. To be fair, but I know what you mean. It had this kind of monotonous meandering. I still think out of the 3 films, I still think Glass Onion is probably my favorite.
Same. And that, again, they're murder mysteries, so anything could happen, but you're with Daniel Craig discovering and finding and getting evidence, and we don't know really what's going on either, and we're finding out as we go. Whereas this one was impossible. We would never find that out. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
And then he just turns up halfway through, and everyone knows we're watching it for Daniel Craig. Daniel Craig is fucking amazing in this role. And I know what you mean, he might be pantomimey, but it is pantomimey. This one felt less pantomimey because Josh O'Connor's got so much gravitas to him that even though when he's being funny and silly, it's still an incredible performance. He can't come across as comic booky, whereas some other people might. So we want Daniel Craig in there for the levity. It's meant to be a fun film. It's not meant to be a serious film. And this tried to be serious unless it should be funny.
Yeah, it lost a bit of charming cheese, dare I say it.
And it shouldn't be like 20 characters. Like Glass Onion was like 5 in a house or however many.
But also, I think
we knew them all.
The reason why Glass Onion works is also there was an element of danger, because especially in the trailer, because you think that he's at risk as well. Whereas
someone else could be killed.
Whereas the
murderer is here.
Because the murder's already happened, it's kind of in a bow. There's no danger. There's no stakes, because now at this point it's just trying to figure out who tied up the bow. Do you know what I mean? There's no element of tension because it's all been done. And then it's all flashbacks. And that's the problem. You'll be very careful with flashbacks because it can be quite fatiguing for an audience because it's all stuff that's happened. So we're not witnessing stuff happening. It's already happened. So
God, it was so long-winded. I was entertained all the way through, but I didn't care.
Yeah.
And when the ending happened and they explained the ending, when they explained the murder, which should be the exciting, oh wow, like fucking Columbo or something. Yeah. It was like, right, great, you've just explained something ridiculous that would never happen. It's so over the top that I don't care how it's done anymore. I didn't care after 10 minutes.
Yeah,
I don't care. It's going to be something magical or something coming out of a wood. It doesn't matter because it's not something it's not a real thing. It's over the top.
I was going to say the Glenn Close arc, because I don't want to give away spoilers in case people haven't seen it yet.
She was great, to be fair.
But her journey, I think, is beautifully wrapped up. Like all the way to the last moments is just absolutely stunning.
Yeah. Well, should we move on? We need to wrap up in a second. We want to kind of keep these episodes short. I'll say the last couple of things that I saw in the cinema in the last couple of weeks was in the last month or so, I've mainly seen old films in the cinema. It's been brilliant.
Coming back.
Last 2 weeks, I saw the 45th anniversary of The Shining.
Okay.
Incredible. Yeah. And last week saw Gremlins, which is a Christmas movie.
Yeah, well, you were talking about it with Nicole the other in a previous episode,
the Christmas episode,
December.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah. And the funny thing was, when you were talking about it and talking about number 1 and number 2, I could visualize the Gremlin with the glasses that speaks, and he's very posh, and he's like he always becomes a news presenter, the brainy guy. But I agree. I think where they took it in number 2 is absolutely brilliant. Did the graphics and CGI still kind of stand the test of time, or would you say that it looks a bit?
Yeah, I mean, it looks the way it's always looked, in the sense that it's not CGI, so it's not dated. It's puppets.
Yeah, of course it
is. It still works in that world because you're watching a nostalgic 80s film.
Yeah.
If it was in the future, like a Back to the Future style program, even though it's nostalgic now, it's a future program, and it, like the 3D Jaws coming out of the cinema in Back to the Future.
Yeah,
that's terrible. If you watch Back to the Future, you see
number 2. I think
that doesn't work. But if there was little monsters running around, that would still work because it fits.
Yeah. Oh, they're animatronic. They're animatronic. That's the word I was looking for.
Animatronics. Yeah.
Oh,
I accidentally just said the best fact about that film. That it was filmed where the Back to the Future town is. Gremlins is filmed in Back to the Future town. Where it's got the lightning strike hitting the clock.
Oh yeah.
That's Gremlins. That square. The cinema with the Jaws 3D. That's where the Gremlins go to watch Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and he tries to burn it to the ground. It's the same cinema.
And how good is the music? The theme tune.
Also, I kept referring to it as, that's the place where they did Back to the Future. That's the place Back to the Future did Gremlins. Gremlins was before Back to the Future.
Wow.
So
I've got to get my ass back to Gremlins, man. That is
so good. I was. Do you think big smile on my face all the way through?
Do you think if they went back to that world with a different set of directors and actors, do you think
they're doing number 3 now? You must have known this. I'm sure we must have brought this up.
No, I think we have been talking about it, but that's
number 3 is it was given to Spielberg or someone to approve, and apparently it's been approved. They've tweaked things and it's approved.
Is that probably going to be a 2027 job, I imagine?
Yeah, probably not anytime real soon. That needs to need to make it a Christmas one now. That would be great. And then the last film that I saw recently was Handmaids.
Housemaid.
Did I say Handmaids?
You're thinking like Handmaid's Tale. That's a different kind of Handmaid.
Yeah, and this is a bit of a sleeper film. The Housemaid with Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried and Brandon Sklenar.
Yeah, from 1923. He's amazing.
Yeah, I don't really know him. I've seen him pop on a couple of things. And to be honest, all 3 of those characters play a really pivotal role. But the Brandon Sklenar plays Andrew. He's brilliant. I just like the cheesy, I'm in a film because I'm handsome.
Yeah, he's ridiculously handsome as well.
But wow, he is. I'm not going to say
anything.
There is huge. This film is spoiler packed.
I've heard it's all twisty turny kind of pendulums.
I'm not even going to say anything. But Amanda Seyfried, anything she's in gives it credibility, in my opinion. And she played psychotic, perfect, like unhinged, the loveliest and mentalist person at the same time.
Yeah.
And again, like we were talking before we recorded, Sydney Sweeney gets hated on for no apparent reason. Brilliant in this film. She really carries it, and we really hope I hope, and I've been speaking to Peter, hope that we get a sequel. It's
So is it based on
territory.
a series of books? So,
I don't know
okay.
if it's based on a series of books. It's based on a book, but I didn't know that going in. I just heard about it afterwards. And people who have read the book, Peter's friend in LA, says that it's better than the book. How often do you hear that?
Whoa, okay.
Especially for a low-key like thriller film. It's not like a big blockbuster, this film.
Yeah.
It's the busiest the cinema's been since I went to see Heat, which is obviously a 50-year anniversary, so loads of people go.
Yeah.
An actual film, that's, I mean, it was Christmas week, so maybe that's why, but it was still the busiest.
That's it, man. Yeah, go support your local cinemas, man. 100%.
Yeah, well, we haven't really got time to talk about it, but just want to end on a bit of a negative. Obviously, it was a couple of weeks ago now, but we're still kind of reeling over Rob Reiner's death, and it looks like the son, not definitely, we can't say that. You don't want to be liable for anything, but it looks pretty shut and closed case. I'm sure the defense will try and plead insanity, which might be true.
I mean, he wasn't well, was he? Like rumor has it, and he was under the influence of certain things, which doesn't in any way
it's just
clear him what he did, but obviously
it's horrible, isn't it? And me and JD just in September went to go and see Spinal Tap 2, and he's in that, and also directed it as well and produced it, and still phenomenal. Even at this late age, doing silly comedies, still nails it.
Well, this is the thing. Like he had almost a bit of that kind of John Candy energy that, like, any project he was part of, whether he was directing it or in the film, he brings such a kind of energy and gravitas to a project. Because even in Wolf of Wall Street, he is one of the funniest things. He elevates that whole movie. Once his character enters, it just...
That scene was like a lot of improvisation, where he comes in and has a go at Leo for the
salad.
Paying too much on the expenses.
Do these salads cure cancer? Yeah, they cure cancer. It's like, actually, they did cure cancer. It's like,
it's just so good. And like we could talk about Rob Reiner for ages, and perhaps we should do a spoiler special, like a full-on episode discussing these films.
I think that's a lovely idea. Like in memory of his great kind of career, and it was
because I always forget he was in The Bear as well. He was an actor in The Bear. He was on near the end with Computer. I think he was one of the guys that bankrolled the dad or something.
Okay.
You might not have seen the most recent The Bear though. Are
you talking about the seasons, the TV series? Yeah, I've seen all of it.
Yeah, he's in there.
He's in there.
In The Bear.
Okay.
Yeah, he's really good in it as well. He's not a huge part, but he's like towards the end of the last season. I think he's trying to help the guys expand the sandwich business around the back.
Yeah.
Rather than the restaurants. He's not part of the restaurant or anything.
He is. Yeah, he's the guy that comes and says, I've got some great ideas, like if you pay me for them. And he's saying, you want to do a franchise? Yeah.
And he's not in The Bear as in the restaurant. He's chatting to the guy from the outside.
He's trying to help the guy that's running the sandwiches, and he's saying that you've already got a good business, but I think if you spread out and you franchise it,
That's it. Well, anyway, we love Rob Reiner. Who doesn't? Everyone does. And it's a horrible situation. And
there's a big gap missing in the industry now, for sure.
Yeah. But as we said, it's the 1st of January. Don't end the completely negative. Like, there's loads of great stuff coming out this year.
God, guys, we're going to eat so well this year, food-wise.
It's incredible. As I said, on January the 12th, we have already recorded a full episode discussing what we're looking forward to this year. And oh my God, there's lots.
Yeah.
We will. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.
Thank you all for your continued support, and please do check out our other fun episodes with many great and interesting guests. And just to let you know, we're also on YouTube if you want to also watch us. But do give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and we'd love a cheeky 5-star rating on here if you had a moment. And if you do want to support us further, we do have merch. The links are here and on our socials. It's ragewhale.tmill.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.